Can you believe it? The last Friday of November 2020, heading into December. Not quite yet though. And Black Friday. And I have definitely fallen a little bit for the whole shopping extravaganza. But let me take a moment to reintroduce myself. My name is Werner Puchert, and this is Finding Frequency. Shopping extravaganza. Luckily, I can say with open conscience. Consciousness. I'm a little bit unconscious after the day, but I'll explain now. But conscience procured Martha's Christmas present, and it's not super exciting. She knows what it is, and I think she deserves it. As we purchased her new iPhone today, because Martha's got this tendency to destroy phones, and since I've known her, she's gone through 3 iPhones in 5 years. I still have an iPhone lying here, I think a 5S or something, from which I brought from South Africa. And it's not like I'm like super diligent with them. Sometimes you drop them, whatever. But Martha's got this tendency to really destroy a phone. And I think it's most of the time because she's trying to do too many things at once, and then whoops, there goes the phone. But it's been a while. She's been struggling with it, and we clubbed together, and her new iPhone is on its way for Christmas. Not super romantic, but I think judging this by the smile on her face, the happiness, I think it hits the mark. But I'm probably going to have to find something else for Christmas too. You can't just give a lady a phone. But we had a good day today, and I'm like walking up and down here, and I said conscious, unconscious. I mentioned yesterday that I'm working on this little DIY project. It's here, it's built. For the second time, I destroyed the first prototype. I made so many mistakes today, and I just realized, and I was getting frustrated. I'm honest, I was really not in a happy place. Martha was a superstar, just staying patient with me. But I did destroy the first one by mistake. And the second one is not perfect, but it's there and it's working. And I still have to do a few bits and bobs to it and then attach it to my desk. As I mentioned yesterday, it's like a little thing just to relocate my microphone arm out of the way so that there's a bit more space on my desk. And it was fun doing it now that I'm done for the day and my muscles are all sore. And I actually lost a whole patch of skin off my hand. Don't ask. Martha came in with first aid to help her ailing husband because he's useless. And so that is the kind of physical thing that I did today. So I'm tired. I also had help from a little 4-year-old who wanted to help drill holes. And of course he did. We managed to help him or get him to press the button on a drill, and he had a good time. I just had to stay really patient and remember that all these things are new, and I'm blessed to have a little helper willing to actually do things with me, because one of these days he's going to be out with his mates and he's not going to want to hang out with the old toppy. So we also managed to go to town today, which was interesting. There's a specific road that I always... I was on the Praga side, so just before you cross over into Warsaw City Central, over a river, there's a little area in Praga where, for some reason, always when I go through that area, I'll never forget when I arrived in Poland, when I left South Africa for good. We went to stop at a pharmacy there. Martha had to go pick something up for a friend, and this friend was with us. And I will never forget like this cold space where we were in, because this was in February. It was cold and rainy. And I will never forget that we've stopped there. That's like my first stop in Poland, like at a pharmacy of all places. Very random. But always when we pass there, I think about my arrival now nearly 5 years ago. And what was strange today is that the weather was similar, the atmosphere is similar. But the one thing, and you know where I'm going with this, is that staring out the window at my Polish countrymen, my hosts, and looking out the car window, all of them wearing masks, which is a good thing, but still, you think, Poland, masks. Isn't this like a Asian thing? And just kick back into the reality of what we are currently living in. And I can sometimes get a bit grumpy about Poland too. It's like a different culture here, especially the older folks can come across as grumpy, but it's not really grumpiness. It's just not showing a lot of emotion. And we're South Africans, we are overly emotional, and we express ourselves probably too much. But that being said, went on my happy way with Marta into town, and I bought this print from an artist that I really like. I treated myself because I wanted to hang it up in my office. The guy's name is Derek Hess. I just love the way he does line work. It might not be your kind of cup of tea of art, but I like his style. I like the line work that he uses, and I took the plunge and bought one of his prints, and also got him to put a bit of a signature on there, and I got that framed. So that's going to go into my office. And for today, Martin and I headed out to go and find a little framing place. And it is in this little street in the center of Warsaw, just off of Marszałkowska. I destroyed that name now as well. But it's it's one of my favorite little streets. It's like a really dark little side street. And there's a whole bunch of art shops there, so you can buy art supplies, and 1 or 2 nightclubs. I don't know, go figure. But so we spent a bit of time there, took the print in. I'll get it in a few days. And I mentioned the grumpiness because there was this old lady working in a shop. And first of all, I thought like maybe she's going to be a bit grumpy, and I started joking around. And she was just all super friendly and sharing, like, showing us different artwork. And it was just cool to connect with someone else outside my little bubble for a change. And then after that, Martha and I went to one of our favorite restaurants to go and support them and get takeaway. Tasty Thai food. So tasty. So we grabbed that and stopped off with a few bits and bobs, got some more hardware stuff so I can finish my prototype, and then back home. And then I started working again. So quite a busy day. And then also I wanted to say something about the extraordinary. I know I'm going on for a bit long now, heading into the weekend now. But something that was really special for me today is that a good friend of mine sent me a handwritten note all the way from the States to say thank you for a little bit of help or a conversation we had a while back. And just a cool note, handwritten note, an envelope, arrived in my post box. And wow, that a really, really cool gesture, and just shows you, because I think I take these things for granted sometimes. And when I got it, I thought, shit, that's such a cool idea. And just this little personal touch. I know my mom sends Francie handwritten letters from time to time, and it's super special when someone takes the time to just do that. And all the stuff we have and all the iPhones we buy and all these things, how precious is a little handwritten note? How extraordinary can that be? And sometimes you don't have to overthink the extraordinary. It can just be a simple note from someone, or just a conversation in a framing shop. How cool is that? Balances out the frustration with some of the DIY I did today. So anyways, I'm a bit tired. I need to wrap it up, and thinking of fire up a cup of coffee and grab a cinnamon roll, because I bought one of my favorite things is cinnamon and cinnamon rolls, anything connected to cinnamon. So I think I'm going to go and consume one of those bad boys with a good cup of coffee. And I'll leave it there. And once again, thank you for listening.